How do I pronounce your name so I say it correctly?
You can call me just Mark. It,
Mark.
it's
Okay.
easier
Just
like
making sure.
that. Yeah.
Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning here.
Yeah. Me, it's in the afternoon. I'm on the other side of the country, basically in Atlantic Canada.
Where are you?
New Brunswick, it's Atlantic Canada.
Oh wow. I think if yeah, I don't meet that many folks from Canada here.
Oh, I think it's lagging there.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a rough connection. Mark, how did we meet?
Please, I
Dude.
can send you a message here. It's completely freeze. I don't know if you can hear me.
I think we're gonna have to give up on Riverside. Dude, so sorry.
Yeah, no problem. It's freezing a little bit. Yeah. So now I can't see you though.
I don't know what's going on. I just had a is this your side? I just had a perfectly good
Can you
connection.
hear me well on your side?
All right. I'm literally running this off my phone now.
Oh, okay, really?
Dude.
Now it seems to work there. You're not freezing.
Yeah, I swear. Yeah. I live in Maui, Hawaii, which is wonderful. But it is not civilization. It is an island in the middle of the Pacific, and it is tough. And the internet is just decides to not work sometimes. It's so
Right.
infuriating. All right, my apologies. Dude, how do we know each
No,
other?
it's all good. We can try, and if ever there's well, we don't. I saw your invitation on the Better Life Tribe there. What I share. So I just
Yeah.
said, well, I'll take that invitation, and I think it's nice from yourself to offer that.
I have been doing this for years, and I love meeting people this way. It's always, I don't know. I just never know what I'm going to get, and I love that, you know?
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah. So, well, who are you?
think
How can I
it's,
help?
Lagging again.
Yeah. I don't know,
Can
dude.
you
This
hear me
thing
well
sucks.
now?
Yeah, I seem to be able to hear you.
Okay. Well, no, really, I don't have nothing really specific for you today. I just took the opportunity. I'm curious to know more about you, really, to know your story, if you don't mind. Basically, I know you from the podcast. That's the first time I heard about you. I know you invest in real estate. You're successful in that, in photography, in videography, and I'm curious to know your story. Like I was about to say, like Brandon Turner would say, who was the Alex before before all of that?
That's interesting. Yeah, I was a sort of an arrogant punk from Rhode Island. People in Rhode Island, I don't know how much you know living in Canada, but people in the Northeast are mouthy. We all got an attitude problem, and we all got a little bit of a chip on our shoulders. So I take that little bad attitude. I'm also biologically that way. I'm a bit of an antagonist, and I grew up in an antagonistic household. And then I promptly, in 2001, after September 11th, I promptly took all that attitude and I went to the Army, where they gave me a little bit of force behind the attitude, which it's all fun and games. But what happens is I ended up at 30 with a bad attitude and broke. And so somewhere on there, I decided, well, life kicked my ass because you don't get paid. You don't make money. You don't get success just because you think you deserve it. That's never happened. So yeah, I got my ass kicked in life, and then I said, hey, I got to take radical responsibility, and I've done I did a pretty good job of that. So that's when I started learning finance. That's when I started learning personal finance, real estate, investing. I started reading books like a fiend. I'm a bookaholic. I started pretty soon after I picked up my camera because I knew I needed to have a productive creative outlet. I started writing. I started podcasting. I started going to events and conferences, and I just started I'm a super good trier, super good trier. So that's all this is, dude. This is just
Went
me.
all out.
I'm not a success like Brandon by any means. I have my portfolio. I have my investors. I'm good at a camera. I'm not world class, and just trying to find my way. And it's going to take longer because I spent, basically my entire 20s drunken on drugs. So I had to I lost a decade,
Yeah.
and that's just, it is what it is,
Yeah.
So now I'm just,
Well, I'm
I
sure
figure now I'm
there's still some experience from that decade, right?
you know what I get from that other people don't get, because I didn't get any. I didn't read any book. I wasn't compounding positive experience. The thing that I got from that more than I think that acts as an advantage is I deeply understand why people make short-sighted decisions. And so I see it, even though people are like, well, I'm not an alcoholic or I'm not into drugs. And I'm like, no, but you rationalize your bad decisions the same way that, I did and those people do. So I understand that side of humanity because I experienced it. And that gives me a slight advantage. But the reality is, and I get a lot of empathy for that. When I see somebody who's an addict or lies to themselves or like picks the wrong friends, like I empathize with those people more. So I'm happy for all those things, but the reality is, for the most part,
Yeah.
it's not an advantage to spend a decade doing drugs and alcohol. That's a disadvantage. I try to make the most of it, but it's not like it didn't bring me that much benefit.
No, if it would have been 1 year maybe instead of 10.
Yeah. But life is I am not a life is an adventure. It's not like a video game where you have to do a certain thing to be successful. It's an adventure of exploration and self-exploration, and so I don't look back on it with regret. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's what I did.
Yep. Well, no, and I feel you there. I think we kind of have the same vibe, I would say. If you go further up north in east of Canada, than you had in where you grew up there. So I completely understand you. I had some experience as well.
Bunch of shit talkers.
Turned out fine. Now I'm good with my little family. So, but yeah, completely understand you, man. And right now, what would you say that you're looking for the most, or what do you need the most right now?
Right now,
with where you at with your career, yeah.
We're gonna move to Austin. So I want everybody to know I'm moving to Austin so that I can meet everybody in Austin. I really want to. I don't know what this is. This real estate strangers thing, but I've been doing it for like 5 years, and now I finally started taking it seriously in a new way. Before it was just like, oh, I'll meet people, it's fun. Now I'm like, I don't know, I feel really motivated by it. Yeah, so those are the things I'm looking for. Austin, nice. Internet calls with strangers and investors and participants in the New Jersey area.
No, that's great. I would say on my side, so if just a little bit of my story there, I'm pretty new there to investing. So I bought one duplex. I did a burr on it. Learned a lot with that. After that, me and my wife were expecting a baby, so we felt we wanted to have a single family residence. When I refinanced it, I bought a single family house just to have our space. It was really important for us. And now, so I have the 5-month-old daughter. And so right now, it's like, okay, I had that duplex. I used that capital on this single family residence. Now I want to move forward and do another purchase, but I know that I will need to, my money is, I don't have the capital right now to make like another multifamily purchase, so I'll try to focus really on partnership, or trying to see if there is some seller financing option if I want to move quicker than just saving up next 2 years and then purchase another one, right? So that's where I am. I feel a little stuck, and it's not fun because I know I could get some good deals, but I did a good job at networking. So yeah, that's my focus. And in my town, it's a small community. Where I live, we're only like 2,000 people, but there's a city closer. That's where I would buy properties. Yeah, so like investors out there, they don't want to help the new upcoming there. It's just competition. So I need to find other people or a seller financing option. Yeah.
Well,
or look elsewhere, I guess. I guess that could be an option too.
Yeah, I don't know your market. Like, every market's hard right now for the most part. I mean, some are better than others for sure, but like, there's nowhere that like nobody's found yet. There's no market that nobody's touched yet. As for networking, I mean, dude, yeah, you know what's funny is I have a bunch of stuff written out. I gotta publish a little ebook about like how to just meet 1 million people. I'm so good at it, but I feel like Actually, I gotta write this down. I feel like
Yeah.
every problem that you have is somebody else's super. You know, every problem that you have is somebody else's superpower. So you're like, well,
Yeah, that's good.
I need deals in this area. I'm like, I bet you there's somebody that does wholesaling in mass scale in your town, or could turn on your zip codes, you know, and like that way you don't have to learn wholesaling. They're just like, oh, I
Yeah,
could
it's kind
partner
of
with a
too small
wholesaler.
right now for that, but there is a yeah.
Maybe.
The thing is, there is a city. There is just 2 hours from where I live. It's called Moncton. It's currently the fastest growing city in Canada. Uh, and I lived there for 4 years, so I'm looking at into going there.
Dude, dude, let me tell you something. Population growth is economic growth. They're the same thing. Because who spends money?
Yes.
People. So, people. I tell people, I use this example all the time. I don't have my camera on me, but usually I'll shake my camera. I'll shake the shit out of it and go, no money falls out of this thing when I shake it. If the camera's not making money, it's the people. Right? So if you have people going somewhere, they're going to spend money. So the more people you have that go somewhere, it's like the same reason why in cities, right? We're seeing in the U.S., like people are moving to Texas, and now Texas is becoming unaffordable. It's like because people want to live there, and they're willing to spend more to live, you know, close. It's like, dude, so if you have a place that's 2 hours away, it's a city you know, it's somewhat close to you, and it's the fastest growing city in, would you say in your area, or is it in your district or something? Like
in Canada, no, in the
Canada,
whole country.
Bro, find a wholesaler.
Yeah.
Have them turn that either find a wholesaler that's already doing in that area, or find a wholesaler you can make friends with that can be like, hey, I'll turn that zip code on, and then you just have to find a buyer so it can scoop up all the deals, and you can partner with them and be like, I'll help you find deals. We'll split them 50-50, whatever the case is. But like, Mark, it sounds like you're a few connections away from. Are you okay with partners? Are you against partners?
Yeah, that make a lot of sense. I just missed the last part. You said you're just a few connection away, and the connection.
Oh yeah, like are you okay with partnerships? Are you okay with partnerships?
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, this connection's a little laggy. Yeah. So, dude, you're a few people away from meeting where you're just like, somebody wants to buy in that area and needs boots on the ground, and you might be perfect to just go check out deals. They pick up deals, and you guys have some kind of partnership agreement.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point, good idea, and I'm sure so the thing what happened in Canada is like, so the big centers, so let's say Ontario, so you have big city over there, and in Quebec, it's that market went completely crazy as well, but price are so high right now, and it's investors are moving down to our region, and I want to get into that wave before we just see the same thing that happened in the big cities of Canada. So I feel like there's tremendous opportunity down here, and I want to be part of it, and I will be.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that sounds good, dude. I like that. That sounds doable. It's just how many emails can you write and find the people who are doing wholesaling in that area as fast as possible, and then find out, can I be useful in some way, and just start collecting either properties or pieces of equity. And it's like, dude, you're a few connections away.
Yeah, no, makes sense. It makes more sense doing that than looking at my small market of a few thousand people. Even though like we have great the rents there versus price, it's all good, but it's for sure appreciation won't be the same as Moncton, that city that is going crazy.
All the real money in real estate is in appreciation. Cash flow is how you like stay in the game. And maybe if you buy it deep enough, maybe you get a little extra cash flow and you can live on it. But for the most part, the money in real estate is made in the appreciation. It's a wealth builder.
Yes. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I heard David Green. You know him for sure. There, he's strong about that that factor is about going for the appreciation, but you know, you don't make stupid decision and buying something you lose your money every month there. If you need to think about long term, yeah.
Yeah. So I did that. I bought a bunch of houses that cash flowed well. Now I bought them all super discounted because it was like 2015 and 16. So they all cash flow well now. But I mean, even still, dude, even if you got a bunch of places,
Yeah.
even if you got 10 houses that cash flow $300 a month, I mean, that sounds good, but that's $3,000. I mean, $3,000 is life-changing money in some ways, but it's not an abundance. You can't get rich off of $3,000 a month. And then if the properties don't appreciate, I'm like, that's all you ever get is that $3,000 a month until they're paid off.
Yeah.
So, but if you had a property that you're like, hey, I don't really make anything, or I make $100 a month, right? So now you're like, oh, I make $1,000 a month on 10 properties, but they go up in value. I'm like, but in 10 years, that could be $1 million, $1.5 million bucks. Well, now you got a whole different game, right? You can borrow against that. You can do different stuff. So appreciation, even though you can't, what they say, you can't eat equity, it does afford interesting benefits because, you know, you can borrow against that equity to buy something else and all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah.
more you get some, it's to scale. It's I'm sure it's a lot easier if you don't have any equity in a bunch of building. Just the process of buying more with banks and all that. I'm sure it's a lot complicated. It's more tough. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
Also,
I love that.
Also, if you buy that in Moncton and there's people moving there, yeah, you'll get the appreciation, but also the rents will go up. So you might get that cash flow anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know, so there is some big boys right now that they are building a lot. So I'm curious to see, but I think they are so behind in terms of inventory that it won't make the rent go down. It's new building and rents are like, yeah, guys are already there for sure. But I think there's place for everyone and a smaller investor like me.
Dude, go move on it. If that's the opportunity, you seem very convinced. You're like, that's the opportunity. I'm like, don't be shy. Don't be, you know what I mean? Like, go right towards the big opportunity. It's like, you'll get your piece. Even if you don't get all of it, you get the like, economics is so much of tailwind. It's like, you don't have to be the best. You just have to get your little piece of the wave.
Yeah. No, you're right. I'll start sending messaging and doing research right after this call.
Yeah, I love it, dude. Get some motivation. That's what I love. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That sounds easy to me. Do you know anybody? Do you have any do they do meetup.com out where you live?
No, but I know there is a real estate group over there. I know some people that live there because like it's the university is the only French university in the province. It's over there.
Okay.
So like we all go there. But a lot of people stay there after university, right? So I know some people. I could start with some that I think that maybe could make the connection to other people that are wholesaling or doing those kinds of stuff.
Dude, this is a Rolodex problem. This is like, you know what I mean? This is just calling people and finding the right people. I don't know. That's how I look at everything. So that's my bias. But like, yeah, if you just go find somebody's already doing what you want to do. You just like, hey, how can I be useful? I'll drive up there twice. I'll drive up there once a week and help you, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. I love that.
How's the tribe been for you?
Really good. So it's my first month. So I'm just starting there. So I signed up. It's been almost a month, but I was preparing for a big exam there to get my commercial real estate appraiser. So I was studying a lot in that. I just finished my designation like this Thursday. So that's something I'm really happy about. And so for the tribe, I like that. I looked at all the financial freedom calls. There's so many good stuff that comes out from those. And I joined the pod, which is great. I didn't even knew that was a thing before joining. So we are just doing so next Tuesday is gonna be the first meeting with all the group there. We are 8, so looking forward to that. We did have
Dude,
a call with the pod leader there, but it was just me and him. But with the opening, I think a lot apply, and so now we are a full group.
dude, pods change lives. I believe pods change lives. Go to your pod meetings. It'll be a game changer.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. It's I'm sure it can make the difference because there's so many time in my life that I did like, okay, I'm gonna do that specific thing, and 3 months later it's like, okay, I didn't even start it. Why? Life gets busy, and but with accountability there, you can't miss it. It's on you if you don't do it. So
Yeah, yeah. A good pod will kick your ass. They're great. I'm glad that's gonna be good for you. It's good for everybody.
yeah.
All
So
right, dude.
now excited about the tribe. Yeah, I know it's time to stop. So
Yeah. Also, this connection is terrible, so I apologize for that. Internet on the island is, I'm beholden to it. But dude, really good to meet you. We'll stay in touch for sure.
yeah, no, thank you very much. It was really nice talking to you, and yeah, I hope we talk again and with a better connection. But that was all good. I could hear you, so it's all good.
Yeah. Good. 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 Yeah. It happens to me all the time. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording, and then I just need you to hang tight on the call for a minute. Okay.
Sure.